I'm introducing this ordinance with Supervisor Magzig that will crack down on the rampant and costly crime of copper wire and metal theft. Now, this is not just a nuisance crime, it's a serious issue that has caused millions of dollars in damage to businesses, farms, and critical infrastructure across Fresno County. It's important that we take decisive action to hold these criminals accountable and protect our communities. Commercial agriculture is vital to the economy of Fresno County. Businesses engaged in commercial agriculture rely upon infrastructure such as energy transmission, telecommunication lines to operate. These transmission and telecommunication lines are often made of copper or aluminum, which can be sold to scrap metal or wire to recyclers or junk dealers. Although these materials are far more valuable when used for their intended purpose, thieves continue to target them for quick profit. This theft renders critical infrastructure inoperable. I've heard directly from farmers, business owners, and other victims of these thefts who are desperate for help. They've reached out to me, frustrated and fed up after having their irrigation systems stripped, their equipment vandalized, and their power supplies tampered with. The rural nature of agriculture makes these businesses particularly vulnerable to metal thieves. In 2023 alone, copper wire theft inflicted over $3 million in damage to commercial operations in Fresno County. These crimes do not just cost money, they impact livelihoods, disrupt food production, and threaten public safety. This ordinance is a direct response to these concerns. It specifically prohibits receipt, possession, and transportation of commercial-grade scrap metal, stripped commercial-grade wire, and prohibits stripping of commercial-grade copper wire. To be very clear, this does not in any way affect law-abiding recyclers, contractors, or agricultural businesses using copper wire for its intended purpose. This is solely aimed at those who steal and illegally possess stripped copper wire or commercial-grade metal. Those in violation of this ordinance will face serious consequences, fines of up to $1,000 and potential jail time of 6 months. We will no longer tolerate criminals profiting off the destruction of the infrastructure and livelihoods.
Many times our detectives and our deputies are contacting people. They know that this individual, whether it be tools, whether it be wire, they know that they are illegally possessing it. They know that this is stolen property. The challenge that we have is being able to prove it. Many times we have to just photograph it, conduct an FI, and walk away. In this case, we'll actually be able to seize the copper wire. They'll either be cited or they'll be arrested and have to face some sort of fine. Eventually, the individuals that commit these crimes over and over will hopefully have to face some significant prosecution when these cases start, compounding or adding up. But this is a step in the right direction, and it's something I feel that people in Fresno County deserve. They're tired of being victimized, and we can take a step here today by approving this ordinance to help them and stop the victimization and hold criminals accountable. I think we've heard it too many times that there's so many victims from theft from various types of wire, whether it's our farmers, whether it's the telecommunication industry, and even the building industry, where individuals are going out, they're stealing and stripping this wire, and then they're turning around and selling it for anywhere from $3 to $4 a pound, while leaving our victims, which are our farmers, our builders, and our telecommunications folks, with thousands and maybe even tens of thousands of dollars worth of repairs for a measly 40 or 50 bucks worth of wire. So this is something that I believe will help with that.
What exactly would we be able to do now with this ordinance if it was in place that we can't do now?
There's not a whole lot we can do if we can't prove that it's stolen, if we can't prove where it came from, if we don't have a victim, if we don't have some information. So this will give us the opportunity to seize that wire and to enforce the new county ordinance if in fact you vote upon it today. I believe in many cases it's also going to send a message to the criminals that if you're in possession of this amount of wire, that it is going to be a serious consequence. You're not just going to be, let on down the road so you can go recycle it. I think typically now if we do not take them into custody, if we do not take the wire, they go to a copper recycling yard, and I believe they have to show their ID, and then the wire stays there for 3 days. If nobody claims it or we can't prove that it's stolen, then in 3 days or 72 hours, they can come back and get paid for it. Is that's accurate? So this is going to give us another tool to help stop this.
I'd like to make a motion to
Yeah,
approve the
remember,
ordinance.
that's what we're here for.
Thank you very much. Forgot
And
to
I'll-
do that. Thank you.
You want to second it?
I'll second that.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries.